What's up, you guys? Welcome back into iHeartRadio's official wrestling podcast, the Battleground Podcast. And man, it is an exciting time to be a TNA fan. It is an exciting time for just TNA in general. On the show today with us, two guys who have been just completely crushing TNA and putting TNA on their back. Give it up for Moose and AJ Francis joining the show. How you guys doing?
Moose, I'm good. Moose, you know what?
Moose. There it is. There it is.
I forgot to put my hat on because I hate that the guys on the left hand side is bald headed with a beard. Actually, wow, all four was a bald headed.
Yeah, we're the ball crew today.
Take your hat off. Take your hat off. Take that.
We'll split everything up so it's kind of like bald hat.
Yeah.
Hat bald.
No, take AJ, take your hat off.
Hell no.
Hey, take yours off too, because I know you're bald underneath there.
No.
Oh no, he has hair. Oh yeah.
Damn,
3 years ago, I got hair.
You should have took the over, brother. You should have took the over.
Yeah.
Man, let's just jump right into this real quick. TNA is on fire, and AJ, I got a question for you because everybody's talking about it. That ladder spot at Slammiversary looked absolutely brutal, of course. The internet had something to say. You weren't having it. You clapped back at the internet. But let me ask, what was going through your mind as that was happening other than, oh, shit?
So I can give you a play-by-play breakdown. I actually haven't done this on anybody's show. So what actually happened was KC was legitimately hurt and is legitimately hurt. So at that spot in the back, they were telling the refs and who eventually told Myron, don't let KC take the bump. And while we're climbing the ladder. And am I allowed to cuss on this or no?
Yeah, you can cuss.
So KC, as we're climbing the ladder, I'm hearing Myron tell KC, yo, they don't want you to take the bump. They don't want you to take the bump. And KC says, and I quote, just push the fucking ladder, bro. But as this conversation is going on, I'm watching them and I'm not paying attention to the fact that one of my feet is now on the rung. It needs to be. So when the ladder's being pushed, I realize, oh shit, this ladder, I'm going to trip on this rope if I don't jump over it. So I jumped over it. And at that point, I'm just trying not to die.
Yeah.
And I end up landing. I literally actually land on my feet, but just roll through with it on the ladder. But it's the gnarliest bump ever. And it's crazy because I've gotten so much, people have talked about it for so much, and it's like I had so much to an already great match to take that bump, especially after the moonsault I did right before then. But then everyone's like, AJ, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm perfectly fine. But KC's actually hurt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So but everyone's asking me if I'm okay. So that's why it's crazy to me.
When you take those big bumps for the big matches like that, does it instantly are you thinking okay, well, what can I do next? Or are you thinking what you just said, I'm glad I didn't die? You know, what are you thinking after you land there?
Luck, I knew that was my last spot, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't have to do anything after that anyway, and I knew that. So once I took the bump, you land and you're like, okay, I'm all right. And as I'm realizing, I'm like, yo, my feet went right through the ladder. This is crazy. I bet this looks nuts. So then as I'm selling, get into position so I can see the Jumbotron, and I look up at the Jumbotron, and they do the replay, and I'm like, oh, everyone thinks I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks I'm dead. I'm perfectly fine. So then now I just crawl over to KC, and I'm like, yo, you good? He's like, nah, bro. I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, that's insane. So we recently saw on Twitter, you kind of gave a shout out, if you want to call it, to Shotzi, Aura, Mensa, and Dakota Kai as having a standing invite to First Class. Are there any plans to officially bring them in, and who's most likely to get the call next?
Ooh, man, that's a good question. If I was going to, tonight there's a little shift in First Class. Obviously, the first person I would call would be Rich Swann because he helped build First Class with me from the beginning. The second call actually wouldn't be even from that list that I said. It would probably be to Ashante the Adonis, a.k.a. Tahuti Miles, my old tag team partner in WWE. But like I said, if you want to be the biggest heels on TNA, if you want to be the biggest heel in the business, join First Class. I mean, that's all. But everyone loves KC until he stands next to me. Everyone loves Rich Swann until he stands next to me. So,
Right.
you know, if all you got to do is if you want to be hated, please come over to First Class.
You know, one really cool thing that there's been a lot of buzz around TNA right now, big growth push, possible TV deal on the horizon. You got this partnership with WWE. Moose, I got to know from you, how do you see your role in TNA's new era as it is gaining even more serious momentum?
It's great, man. Like you guys were clowning me earlier because I've been in TNA forever. So I was in TNA when it wasn't so great. I remember the days where we were happy when we got 500 people at the show, right? To now where we get 8,000 people to the show. So thanks to WWE, thanks to the amazing guys and girls we have on the roster, thanks to the new management. I wish I could have counted on one thing on why TNA is booming and great right now, but it's a bunch of different things. You know what I'm saying? I think we're hitting on all cylinders right now, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. And I mean, I know I've been seeing all the rumors about a new TV deal, and they don't tell us anything, so we probably won't find out. We probably won't find out until all you guys find out, which is exciting, and I hope the rumors I'm seeing on social media is true, but we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're as TNA fans, we're definitely excited to see what's going to happen in the future holds. And speaking of TNA fans, we recently had Carlos Silva on. We talked to him about some things, and let's just talk facts for a second, Moose. Everyone who has been in TNA that has faced Trick Williams has failed to get that title back to TNA. Why are you the one who's finally going to break that streak?
Oh, because I mean, when you think of those letters TNA, the first name that most people think about in this generation is me, right? I mean, I know back in the day, the first people that you thought about was AJ Francis' favorite wrestler, AJ Styles. But I think in the new generation of TNA, my name is synonymous with TNA. So I know Trick James, Tricky Williams, I know he calls himself Trick and A. But a good friend of mine once told me that you don't need to hold a title to be the face of a company. And like I said, once you think of those three letters, though, one of the first names that come up is mine. So I think I've proved that I've done just about everything in TNA. And when I face Trick for that title, you're going to soon be calling me the 4-time TNA World Champion.
And does AJ get a title shot after you beat Trick?
That's what I'm wondering. Because here's my question: like, first of all,
I mean, but that's his boy. So why would he want to? Why would he want a title shot? That's his boy.
What you mean? If you beat up my little brother, I'm gonna come beat you up. That's how that works.
Oh, I thought you were saying if Trick beats me, what?
No. I'm saying if you beat Trick, does AJ get a title shot after that?
Hey. Once I whoop that Trick, anybody could come after this title.
Everybody be ducking me, man.
See, no, I'll put them hands on you, bro. I mean, we got the NFL thing going on. There's all love on that end of it, but when we step in that ring, especially coming for my title, 4-time TNA World Champion, I'm gonna have to put them hands on you, bro. I'm gonna have to put them hands on you.
All I'm gonna say is the real reason Trick is the TNA World Champion right now is because y'all only gave me one title shot ever. If I would have got more than one shot, everybody got all these shots. I get one shot. You know what I'm saying?
I'd
still be the champ.
Hey, every time I've been given a shot, you can look at my career. Every time I've been given a shot, I've always made it count. Every single time.
Your shots don't be few and far between.
Hey, because every time, I don't miss. What's the guy that says that he don't miss? That's me. I don't miss. You give me a shot, I'm gonna bank. I'm gonna bank it. I mean, that's why I'm gonna be full-time TNA World Champion. And I mean, is there anybody in the company right now that's held the title as many times as I have? I don't think so.
No, I haven't
So,
even had 4 title matches in a year and a half. So
so one of my goals is to break that record of being holding the title the most. I don't even know who has a record right now. I'm guessing it's Jeff Jarrett, either Jeff or Sting, one of them. They might be tied, so I'm only 2 away. So after next weekend, I'll be a full-time TNA World Champion, and then we'll go from there.
yeah, I don't think so.
You know what sucks though, because it's actually weird that I'm saying I want to break that record, but that means I also want to lose the titles so I can win it back.
So you can just
That's
keep
what
You know,
I'm here
have a
that's
for.
high
basically
record.
And that's what I'm here
that's
for.
that's basically what I'm saying, right? I want to win. I want to beat Trick for it, then eventually lose it so I can beat somebody else for it, just so I can break this record. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey, but it's a good record to have though. So if
Yeah,
if
for
that's
real.
how it goes, then I would love to do it.
Yeah. AJ, you re-signed with TNA at the end of last year. Did that kind of start a new chapter for you mentally? Like, did that change your mindset or performance knowing that they're reinvesting in you again for another deal?
Nah, because I pay attention. I saw my run. I saw where Joe Hendry was before and after me.
Mm-hmm.
I saw when they needed to give PCO a good career spot in his hometown, who they put him with. I saw when they needed to extend the feud with Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth and Joe Hendry, who was the stopgap to make sure everything flowed the way it was supposed to go. I saw it. So
Right.
I knew that they was going to want me back because I was doing nothing but great work. The thing is like, this is a business. So like at the end of the day, you got to protect your interests. I love my time in TNA. I've done everything so far. I have no, you want to talk about not missing, I ain't missed in TNA. So I've gone out and exceeded everyone's expectations but my own. Now, Moose is about to be a 4-time, he says, world champion. I've only got 3 title shots, and 2 of them was tag teams. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In both of those tag teams, guess what? I ain't get pinned. So, I feel personally that I have been underutilized in the title picture every single time I step between those ropes because I'm the biggest heel on the show. So when I get an opportunity to go out there in front of the TNA crowd, I reward them for coming out to be a part of TNA and also make every single person, whether it's Rich Swann, Casey Navarro, Mike Santana, Joe Hendry, Chavo Guerrero, I make them look better. Bro, I know the value that I bring. So I want to bring it to TNA long term. I love that. But that's a business thing. That then we got to talk business. I would love to be in TNA as long as Moose has been in TNA. You know what I'm saying? Like that would be great. TNA, I am used in a way that highlights my abilities.
Right.
Nobody except for me and maybe Tommy Dreamer saw where I am today, even possible a year and a half ago when I signed with TNA.
Right.
So
Absolutely. And AJ talks about how he needs some title shots. I mean, AJ's out here doing moonsaults. Maybe we get him an X Division title shot.
I'm telling you, I couldn't even. Moose was X Division champion for 500 days. I couldn't get one shot.
Yeah.
Hey, let's put that in the powers that be. I don't know. We'll talk to somebody there and get AJ an X Division title shot. Now, one quick thing before we let you go, because I know you got some other things to do. You guys have been kind of on the same career path. You went from the NFL to professional wrestling. Looking back at that, was there ever a moment that you thought the whole wrestling gig was just going to crash and burn and you were just going to be done?
Wrestling? For me,
Yeah.
no. Never. No. I know. I mean, I knew, okay, 2 weeks into training, Haku came to my school. I worked at Team 3D. Haku came to my school, called me in the ring with him after never having a single conversation with the man. And he called a match on the fly to me for it was like a 10-minute match. And it went through flawlessly. And Haku said, "Big man, you're ready." That was 2 weeks into my training.
Nice.
So that was 6 years ago. I know that I'm built for this business and I know that I love this business. I love this business more than football. I just made a lot of money playing football, so I did that as long as I could. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But me and Moose both turned down opportunities to go back to the NFL to become wrestlers. So, like, I don't think we ever had a doubt in our mind in the wrestling business. Not from literally 2 weeks into training. That first time getting in the ring, working on the fly with Haku. Ever since then, no, I've never had any doubts. Even through the trials and tribulations of being fired, having to go to the Indies, getting signed back, being fired. I'm back. I was just back in NXT a month ago. And I know what I bring to the table. I'm waiting for everybody else to figure it out.
Yeah, what about you,
Yeah, I
Moose?
mean, it's one of those things that once you understand just how life works in general, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. It's like I forgot I was in NXT just the other day, and I told one of the young trainees there, I was like, the one advice that was given to me, and I'm gonna pass this on to you. Take it for what it is no matter how great or how low times are, don't let it get to your head because wrestling is ebbs and flows. So you're gonna have highs in your wrestling career. You're gonna have lows in your wrestling careers, but you just got to keep chopping wood, right? Because neither one of them is ever gonna last long. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things that once I got into wrestling, just kind of like in football, and AJ could tell you this, that some days you go to camp, you tired as hell, you get your ass whooped. And there's
Yep.
some days you go to camp and you whoop ass, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But but guess what? There's gonna be another day the next day, you know what I'm saying? And so
And all three
with
of them
that
days you get
mindset,
paid.
Yeah, yeah.
and all three of the things you get paid. And so the mindset, you know that as long as you have a day where you whoop ass and you know you're built for this, right? And
Yep.
because you're gonna have bad days, everybody's gonna have bad days, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you know that you've had good days, that proves that you're supposed to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I know when I got into training, the first couple of days when I got into training, I did really well. And that's what showed me that or told me that I was going to be doing this long run. I was going to be good at this, but that doesn't mean I didn't have shitty days, and that doesn't mean I didn't have bad days. You know what I'm saying? But when
Yep.
those bad days came, I just kept going.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know the time is short with us today, and we got to wrap things up. So before we let you go, is there anything you guys want to say to the fans watching or listening to this right now?
Yeah, make sure you get your tickets. If you're in the Baltimore, DMV, Virginia area, Friday the 15th and Saturday the 16th, we have a live PLE emergence. It will be main event will be me versus Trick Williams, where I have a chance of being the full-time TNA World Champion. I don't know if AJ's match is announced, so I can't tell you what it is, but I do know what it is. But
I
I
don't
don't
even
know
know
if
what
it's
it
announced
is.
or not. But we're gonna see if he trust the system. Um,
Ah,
and so get your tickets. We have a lot of great talent on our roster. We have the Hardys. Um, we have Nick Nemeth. We got Marsha Slamovich, our TNA's knockout champion, JC Jane. She's going to be there. I'm sure she's defending her knockouts title. And then you never know what surprises from NXT that we have on the show. So make sure you get your tickets to see some total nonstop action.
Absolutely. Make sure you get out there to watch First Class and the greatest AJ in TNA history, AJ Francis.